I just rewatched my video. The first. It's pretty good. I don't think I've ever been so clear. I think my downloads are getting clearer and more mature as I develop. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of Star's reaction. I'm terrified of Simon's reaction when he hears me talking about Elijah. Even if I'm using Elijah as a healing module, I'm terrified. You know why I'm terrified? It's not because you guys are Christs. It's because you guys are demons. I'm not terrified of your love and light. I'm terrified that you're gonna stab me or throw me out on the streets because I say something honest or well thought out. It's pretty gross. Especially because, like, you all think somehow you have some kind of authority over me in any light. So I was saying, I'm trying to help you guys. The bar is this high. It is. It's that high. And then I drop it so it's even reasonable. And then you guys do this work. The bar is that high. I'm trying to do the work up here. Like a fucking Hermione. And then the bar that I'm setting for you guys, this high, you're like, it's too demanding. I'm sorry. Do you really not understand the Matrix? Do you know what it takes to become an Olympic athlete? Do you know what it takes to become a billionaire or a millionaire? Do you know what it takes? Do you know what it takes to become a master just in Malcolm Gladwell's reality, you know? No. Now add saint to it, and 100% self-realization, and facing demons, and then facing Slytherins with power. That like to abuse their power. And then Hufflepuffs that also like to abuse their power because they have not learned the Gryffindor nexus. And then do the math. 8 billion. 8 billion of them. And then really tell me that the bar is this low. It's up here, and you should be fucking freaking out. And that's why I say the word fuck a lot. It's like you're gonna be tortured to death. You can't grow up. You can't be serious. You're gonna be tortured to death by 8 billion Slytherins. I was already. So was Jesus. Do the math. The only way you're getting through this is by being up here and teaming up with other people who are up here. That's me being real. You guys have too much of a boundary dragon demon on me going, oh, but we can't even digest like little bits of information. So I'm not even allowed to be real with you. There's a reason why the Seraphim are the serpents of fire. You're going to be burnt out all day long, every day, for the rest of infinity. There were 3 demons that came up in my break that are not yet written down. One of them is the do not sit in the clippeth demon, where people that are attacking you in the clippeth tell you to get out of the clippeth because they have no self-control. So you're not allowed to learn how to become an earthbender and actually access your earth element because they have no self-control. You can't be an earthbender without the clippeth or a lava. So that they're disempowering you, bullying you out because they don't want to learn or take responsibility. At all. Get out of the clippeth. Alright, the next one had something to do with Star trying to tell me what to do. Oh, the I can tell you what to do, demon. Are there verifiable facts? Is there an education lesson, or is it just a whim or a meme? Is it a sleight of hand? And then is it followed up with another backstab? So there's that. Alright, there was one more, and it was the Christ demon. Like, they're allowed to treat you like shit because you're the Christ. Or a Christ. They're allowed to treat you like shit because you're a saint. And you'll just take the shit. I also like to call this the saint demon. It's also like, the saint demon component was, I have to treat myself like shit, or I have to put myself in harm's way because I'm a saint. So there's that. But see, if you're well prepared, you have the proper armor, and proper education, you can be a saint and then go in and not get slaughtered. See, the saint demon in me keeps going, yeah, but the getting slaughtered is what makes me a saint. That's the saint demon. It's really bad. The as above, so below demon. This one, Ibis yelled at me in the astral planes today, or this evening. I was like, yeah, but that's not a demon. For me, but it is for them. But let me teach you how this works out. They look at themselves, and they look at their higher selves, and they think they're that good. Because it's an outward projection of how good they think they are in the delusional fantasies of their brain. So they think that if they can project that light of how good they think they are in the angel realms of God through the air of the air element, that somehow they're that good in real life. As above, so below, demon. So I like to do it the other way. The as above, so below technology is for me to go, man, if I have to master Lucifer, or if I have to master God, I have to master Lucifer. Then it's a logic instead of a demon. So it's like God would give me the strength and the intelligence and the ability to be able to master Lucifer. Yeah, that's not a demon. The shit that I might take on in the process is, but that's a whole other ballgame. The as above, so below. I like to look at it like this. If I see myself in the clippeth, that's about where I'm at on the earth plane. So if I'm being attacked in the clippeth, and I'm trying not to attack anybody in the clippeth, only self-defend, even just in thought, that's where I'm at in the earth plane. It's way more realistic, you know. Why? Because it's the earth element. So the other component to the get out of the clippeth demon is they want you to get out of the clippeth and the earth plane so they don't have to deal with reality or their shadow or their negativity because it's too much for them. Almost always. Almost always. People don't want to do earth because it's their shadow. The I am better than you demon. So here's the teaching. I do this a lot. But I try not to do it as a demon. I do it in a Luciferian trickster Hermes way. In a Hermione way. Like, I am better than you. Follow me. Maybe I can get you out of your crap patterns. Maybe I can teach you 50 things. You guys do this to me all the time, and I'd play along. It's pretty weird that I don't really, I try to use it as a tool when you guys send me the I am better than you. Everybody does. There's not one person on this planet that does not do I am better than you to me. Everyone. They do it in their mind, they do it in the astral planes, and it's pretty weird. It's because I sit in the bottom of the clippet. Starved to death on a beach for whales. Because I'm poor. What would justify anybody saying they're better than me? Is there any justifiable? Because I have 50,000 facts and reasons for why I might be better than you guys. That are justifiable. Not my problem, demon. This is Elijah. This is every man on the planet. Somehow they think that if they turn their head and they go, that's not my problem, that makes it true. Let me tell you something. Oh, there's a secondhand component to not my problem, demon. It's that I am better than you component. So When I don't have a problem and you guys have a problem, I don't see it. Because it's like an innocent wallflower looking at a bunch of trolls. And this was Babaji's like two-way mirror teaching, is that I look at you guys and I see myself. And you guys look at me and you guys see yourselves. And you guys, I might be the Christ and you guys might be demons. But I don't even know how demonic you are. The only way I can tell is through math. That's the only way. It's pretty bad. So this is what Babaji's biggest fear is. To be two-way mirrored by me. Or God. That I think there's Elijah, that I think Babaji is as good as me, and he's not. He's not as innocent as I am. The Clippeth would have already been cleaned out 500 years ago. So I look at an immortal master sitting on a mountain and I go, that is better than me. But it doesn't, like, I might be an older soul that, like, sacrificed herself through the ages. That might be Babaji's alpha. So not my problem, demon. So I become blind. I am, this is my blind spot. I am like this with everyone. If I don't have a problem, I think you guys don't have that problem. And then I get slaughtered. So then it becomes my problem. Because I get slaughtered by your guys' demons, because I think I'm walking into a non-snake pit of Christs. And this has been my entire life, and my entire reality. I think I'm gonna walk in to a group of angels, and then I get cut down. It happened on the beach with the hunger strike. It happened at art school. It happened at Stars Dome. It happened in Dimensional Mastery. It happens everywhere I go. I think that they're gonna see me because they're all psychic. I think they're gonna vibe with me. I think they're gonna be innocent people, and they're not. I think they're gonna be healthy. I think they're gonna be sane. I think they're gonna be honest. That's my biggest problem. Because of my level of honesty, I think that other people are gonna be that honest, and they're never that honest. Ever. I'll speak my truth if I've even had one thought in my brain about it. One thought. And people, most people, stew in their racism or their sexism or their misogyny in their brain over and over and day after day, and only speak fallacy. But it's beautiful fallacy. And they get treated well, and I get treated like shit. And left to die. The crazy making, or the crazy maker. This is stars. This is my problem with Star in every capacity. Because she thinks she's a star person, it entitles her to be illogical, ungrounded, and crazy, instead of reasonable, pragmatic, logical, honest, and honorable. And even just pragmatic for me to have a reasonable conversation with her whenever I need. So, because she wants to be a crazy lady, I am blocked out from actually being able to communicate with her. It's a wall. It's a demon. Oh, and then her astral energy. We already talked about the argument demon. We already kind of talked about the I am only hard on you because I love you or want you to succeed. We already talked about that one. and there's the, oh god, there's the suicide demon. So once they realize they're demons, then they throw a drama fit. And then they go, instead of changing themselves and doing the work that it's required, like being a grounded normal person that goes, let me turn those genomes off and on. Let me meditate on that. Let me do some self-healing and work. They go, I'm gonna go jump off a fucking cliff. I'm gonna go jump off a cliff now. Instead of being a superhero, they just become another demon. And there's the equating my hunger strike to suicide demon. So there's that. So my hunger strike is homicide. It was a political protest against the state of humanity, people's consciousness, their lies, their poor behavior, their manipulation, their crimes against humanity and the planet. And then for them to equate their shit fit suicide to my political protest is another type of demon. Really haven't labeled it yet, though. One's homicide and the other's suicide. And that suicide's not euthanasia. That suicide is, it's a type of euthanasia, but it's the self-pity suicide demon. Yeah. Bad, whatever. Okay. Let's get through the rest of these. So the rest of these are all written down like not so organized, so but let's do it. All right, there's the reverse progress demon. I want to call it the reaver demon. I forget the exact download around it. But it is about cutting down trees. It has something to do with the idea that the Muggles are in Hode and the Slytherins are in Netzach. Like you're allowed to flip one but not the other. So I'm allowed to call the Muggles Slytherins. Because as they wake up, they're all just going to go straight into Slytherin. But a Slytherin is not necessarily a Muggle. It's a reverse progress demon. So it's like they're both non-divine consciousness. So it's like, I want to say it's like the Slytherins pretending and hiding like they're Muggles. And then they can go cut down trees in the process. Like it's a reverse progress. I'm gonna get back to this. I might get the better download. But it's a weird idea. It's a weird fallacy that like I am allowed to call the planet 8 billion Slytherins sitting in Gryffindor. Okay? Because to me, they're all about to become 8 billion Slytherins. Although some of them might become vampires and some of them might manifest as demons as the energy changes. God, I hope we blasted that out of the clip, though. I don't know. It would be stupid and irresponsible for me to not prepare for a planet of 8 billion Slytherins. Especially when I have 5 people crossing the Hufflepuff. All right. Okay, here's the reverse progress component. Taking a Slytherin and then shifting them into Muggle is not a good idea. Because then they're just gonna go cutting down trees and destroying the planet. And this is the reverse progress demon. Because going from a Muggle into a Slytherin could still be better because they might have the power to heal the planet than being a Muggle robot made like but a Gryffindor might keep them in Hode until they can handle them as Slytherins. But they have to accommodate with higher intelligence and technology, and it's another boundaries and barriers they have to set the Muggles for, you know, like that. God. Yeah, I see every single one of you guys as fake. Get through all of Hufflepuff, and then you'll no longer be fake to me. That's where authenticity actually develops, is through Tiferet. The process trauma demon. All right, you'll take hits. You're gonna take hits. We're gonna be on a planet of 8 billion Slytherins, okay? You're gonna take hits. You're gonna take hits that are so hard it's impossible to deal with. You're gonna have to process the trauma. There's this demon that goes along if you're even going into the trauma, that it recreates the trauma, or it tracks it. No, the trauma will stay stuck in your body until the trauma's been processed. I'm trying to get everybody to the point where there's even a safe space to process that kind of trauma. And there is none on this planet yet. I hear Mother Earth going, there's starting to be, and I'm kind of agreeing, and I'm kind of disagreeing. When I feel like my life is no longer one giant living nightmare hell while being awake, then I'll let you know. We already covered the saint demon. Then there's the health demon. And this is along the lines of the not my problem demon. But if I'm healthy, I think you guys are healthy. So where you have health or no problem doesn't mean that other people have healed that problem. So if you have processed through your sexual trauma and you're like, oh, but there's no more problem on the planet, it doesn't mean that little girls aren't being found in shipping containers right now. So your health needs to create a bubble pop filter. We need to create, and this is the only knife rape that should ever exist on the planet, a bubble pop through the third eye. So that's why you do 2 on your pituitary. You go one for me and 1 for the rest of the world. So you have 2 third eyes. So it's like my health, and then the world's, or the people in the world's health. Like what's really going on in the world. So you need to have that developed. We'll do that in Ravenclaw, because that's a cut that needs to happen in people's brains, not physically, only in the astral, and it's usually should just be a needle, needling through the third eye, through the 2 layers of the pituitary, and then through the pineal. Okay. So the I will arrest you demon. Man, this is coming from every powerful, rich, wealthy person on the planet. They'll send you psychic energy. Crazy psychic energy. You want to know what I got from Spielberg and Elijah after my hunger strike? We are going to arrest you for starving to death on a beach for whales. And calling us out. So we will arrest you, demons. I didn't know that starving to death as a protest against Hollywood and their vanity and their hypocrisy in doing any political service or was a criminal offense worthy of arresting somebody for. Or sue. Spielberg did it the worst. What's yours is mine, demon. This is also like that I can rape my twin flame demon. Or the my girlfriend's vagina is my vagina, so I can do whatever I want with it. I can. Now a kid, see, because like I'm not a parent yet, but like I'm a parent, so I do it with energy instead of money. So like I'll let my kids siphon off as much energy from my body as they want. So what's mine is theirs. I don't see it as a demon though. At that point, it's like mother's love. And it helps them build their grids and their self-defense and their protection and their intelligence, etc., etc. Right? It helps them feed off their DNA. So it's like mother's umbilical cord. All right. And I wish I like my nieces. Okay, so like when I'm like, in my niece's friends. All right, but that's different. That's a mommy thing, or an adopt like spirit mommy thing. And I don't punish the kids for it. I actually enable it. I don't actually see anything wrong with it, other than the fact they need to toughen up a little bit and develop. How are they going to develop? By getting my grids and my downloads all day long. Yeah. And their stuff, you know. When I start seeing angels on the planet. This is why I always look like shit, yes, because yeah. All right. It's just the astral demon. This is like how Star will stab me. But she'll get away with it because it's just the astral. Or somebody will slit my throat. And it's fine because it's just the astral planes. Somebody will torture me. Oh, it's just the mental or emotional. Or it's just the astral. You must be asking for it, demon. So they do this, like, you could be a saint, but they'll rationalize their behavior on stabbing you or shooting you because you're asking for it. I'm asking to be stabbed in the vagina because I don't protect it well enough. Or I'm just making them mad by speaking honestly. Or I'm asking them to be, like, of service to God and stop cutting down trees. So I'm asking for it. I'm seeing that it's just the astral demon. It's now shifting the word. It goes, it's just the usual. So now we have, it's just the usual demon. So if something becomes a new norm, that enables the behavior to be socially agreed upon, and therefore it is accepted in society. It becomes the new agreed upon norm. It's just the usual. We're just cutting down trees. We're just letting kids get raped and tortured all day long. It's just the usual. Is anybody home? Please? The ugly demon. Star wanted me to see this, and this is the thing about Star in the astral plane. She'll be really nice to me, like a teacher, and then she'll use it to lure me in, and then she'll sucker punch me. So I'm kind of pissed. She acts all cute and stuff. She goes, I'm not worthy of being an angel because I'm ugly. And then she starts acting cute. So that there's the ugly demon. There's self-worth. So it's like it prevents her from going down the angel road. We got the humiliation genome. Or demon. Alright. I did it where I said the humility demon. I'm trying to remember why. The humiliation genome. Do you think I say all these things about these people to humiliate them? Or do you think I'm so disgusted and I'm at my wits' fucking end? Seriously. I am at my wits' end. The humiliation demon. You have no humility. So you seek to humiliate. I have found currently this to be the only semi-safe space for me to set these boundaries with these individuals without being slaughtered. By the time I get to this space, I'm so over-humbled by the quantum field, by God, by the life path. I am exhausted. I am at war with 8 billion demon Slytherins on this planet. And I would rather all of these people be my assets instead of my liabilities. There is not 1 inch in my body trying to seek to humiliate them, other than to throw them into the fire to change. Oh, that one. There's one for Charlie. Dragon dumping demon. All right, there are a couple tests with the dragons. You will develop a friendship and a bond with your dragon that will last forever. This is Avatar. These are not horses. These are not whores. These are dragons. Your relationship with them will drag on. In the beginning, I was told by the heavens to dump Charlie and take Jesus's dragon, Miracle, because it was a white dragon. And Charlie's brown, dark brown, black brown with red and gold sparkles. A dark dragon. You know how much I entertained the idea of dumping Charlie for Jesus's dragon? I mean, I like Miracle, but Charlie's my dragon. Love. This is like the movie North. You take... Charlie's not perfect, but there's love there. Heart. The same thing as with Lucifer. So I sat in the bathroom one day, one of my first temples. It was a temple. I gridded it. And I could see it was really high on pot. So I could see the dimensions collapsing, and I could see the energy. And God had wrapped the 2 dragons to me. He goes, I'm giving you the 2 worst or the hardest dragons, because you can. You get Lucy and Charlie. So you'll sit at the bottom of hell until everything's figured out. You know how much I tried to dump Lucifer? I starved to death on a beach for whales. Lucifer's unpopular? No. No. In fact, it took me a while to digest and like understand the energy of Lucifer and like how to work with it. It's pretty playful. Dump your dragons. Because somebody was like, ew. You love them. You become friends with them, like real friends. Even if they're just invincible. And then we have the dumping Dino. Dino. The dumping demon. This is like... This is where Charlie will use me to dump his shit. And I might do the same thing with him. Maybe not as much as he does with me. See, he's an old dark dragon and has a lot of history and a lot of knives. So he needs to let those into the lava. Sometimes he'll clamp onto my energy field and like dump. It's not glamorous. Does that mean I dump him? No. But we figure out a healthy system. Now, you'll have friends or people or family members in your life that will do this too. Yeah, the dragons are not perfect. And when we do the anti-knife rape protocols, the hermetic seals and anti-knife rape protocols, we will cover stuff. You'll have friends and people that will like latch onto your field just to have you dump on them. And then that's the friendship. So a dad kind of spirit up in the astral planes did the no cruelty equals no war demon. So this is a really important one, especially as we're in Gebera. I like to do it with this motto. I do not want to start a war, but I will finish one. I don't pick fights. I don't poke the bear. So, like, the issues that I'm gonna tackle are horror shows on the planet that nobody's stepped up for. And so I'll take responsibility like I'm picking a fight, but it's not me picking a fight. I'm acting as a band-aid on a wound. All right, the mirror prison demon, and let's remind it of prison. All right, so this means it's like, okay, the way I get treated. So every single thing I've ever done, just because you are a reflection of me, and I am a reflection of you. Am I? Maybe in the future, when you do all your work, So, but here's the component. There are things that I have done that you are not going to do. Unless you build some weirdo parallel reality. So it's a mirror prison. So, and this is good, and like there are good, you can have a better life than mine. So I don't want to get kidnapped and then physically tortured for another 3 days. And then nailed to a cross this lifetime just to be seen as a Christ. So that's the mirror prison. But when I say you guys should go starve to death on a beach for whales, like, it's that or something better. Maybe you should be more creative. And do a better job. But put the same amount of energy in and intelligence in and higher instead of lower. So that's the mirror prison demon. Also, none of you guys are really going to be like Kabbalah teachers, you know, unless you are Kabbalah teachers. So, like, just because I'm going to be a Kabbalah teacher doesn't make you going to be a Kabbalah teacher. Okay. So there's the narcissist component. I did a post on Facebook where I was telling everybody why they were narcissists. I was like, when I tell you to go starve, or when I tell you guys to go free willy, and you guys say, no, we have our own spiritual path. That's a narcissist. That's not the mirror prison, you know. The mirror prism suggests that they will never be free. Ever. Until the whales and the dolphins and the belugas are, you know. But it doesn't mean that they actually... So there's one's dogmatic and the other is a indicator. It's a red flag. That was the hard one, dealing with Mother Earth. It was the mirror prison demon. All right. Sex slavery denim. These are all genomes. It's denim as in like denim, and then we go jeans, and then we go geno. It's pretty weird. The sex slavery denim demon. It's not self-explanatory. That anybody would be your possession to bind to continue to have sex with them. In the physical world, in the astral world, any of it. The mental world becomes the astral world in 5 seconds. Like, okay, so that's why you need control of the mental world. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the dragon demon. And there's this binary reversion process. So there's this component where people call demons. No. People don't really normally refer to demons as dragons. But people refer to dragons as demons all the time. Now, here's the component. The dragons are not really wanting, are in no capacity wanting to endorse knife rape. They want to evolve and graduate out of all karma by being a Gryffindor. So that makes them more anti-demon. But they're not perfect yet. So they still have issues, and they still sometimes in the lower worlds might be behaving a little demon-y. But it doesn't make them demons. It just means they're more evolved than humans. They just have shadow components that have not been cleared out yet. And some of them are gross. So that's the dragon demon. The demon dragon. Alright. Ew, this one's really gross. The Crucio means knife rape demon. So when you say Crucio to somebody, that means knife rape. Watch every demon rationalize that. The binary logic trap demon. We got for Hode, octopus heart. Get us out of the binary logic trap demon. The movie After the Dark did a decent job on it, but it didn't hit transcend, you know? So the octopus heart offers the divergence molecule. So whenever you're stuck talking or pleading with a demon doing a logic trap on your brain, the trigger word is octopus heart and then diverge. It's like, don't buy into it. It means I choose love over binary logic. And binary logic would have to include love and self-defense mechanisms that are intelligent as hell, you know? Or heaven. We should be as intelligent as heaven. The timing demon. This is where I'm affected all the time. Man. Bad timing. You have to be on schedule. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. You have to do that. This. Oh no, that's the... Oh my god. I mean, we're still finishing up Hesed, and I'm beating myself up because we haven't even begun Hesed. We have still completing Gryffindor. Timing. And then I'm trapped with the moon cycles because they have a certain magic. And then I beat myself up over it. All right. I heard this one being said to me. The victim demon. And I go, the victim demon doesn't exist. And this is where the it's like the it's not my problem demon. Because I don't play the victim card as a demon. I'll play the victim card as a warrior. Like, but not a demon. I'll play the victim card as like this is me. I was starved to death on a beach for whales. You better listen to me, you know, like but not as a demon. So the people that took hits while I was on my hunger strike in their reputation, then they tell me they're gonna arrest me in the astral planes because I did a hunger strike. Victim demon. No humanity. Couldn't even bother saying hi. Nothing. They play victim. My mother played victim to my hunger strike. And it's like, demon. The isolation demon. This is mine, you know? But it's not, because I take on the dragons.